Okay, so next I'm gonna bolt or fix the seal in the axle hub. This one's on the right side of the tractor, and I have that over here on my tailgate. I'm gonna show you how to put the seal in. This one also has a metal washer and a felt ring that holds the seal in. Well, it doesn't really hold the seal in, but it goes inside of the housing that the seal's on, and then this bolts back on the tractor, and then we'll put the wheel hub and everything else back on. Okay, here we are back over here on the tailgate. This is the flange that or the housing that the seal sits in for the wheel hub. Here's the new seal. It's a national seal. I'll try to put some part numbers in the comment section. There's that metal ring I was talking about. It goes in between the seal and the washer, or the felt ring. And here's your felt ring. These older tractors use these. And so basically it goes in like that. It'll be stacked in there inside of this housing. Not all at the same time, obviously. But we're going to start by putting the seal in, and seal goes in this way, and we'll press it in there with this board as far as we can go. Now this one, a little different. It's going to have to go down deeper than just flush with the housing. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Right now we're going to get it started with this board and hammer. Okay, so now we've got the seal in flush with the housing, but now we're going to have to push it further down because it goes all the way down there where my finger's at. Let's get another tool. Okay, an old trick I learned a long time ago so you don't damage up your new seal is to use the old one as a guide. Push it on down in there. So we'll see how that works. Okay, so I drove it in with the hammer and the board the same way, and you can also hit directly on this, just not too awful hard. This is the old one. You're not going to worry about hurting it. And as you can see, the new seal is tied up against the housing all the way around, no gaps. So now all we got to do is knock that old one back out with your chisel. Couple good hits with the good old chisel and the hammer, and the old one's back out. The new one's still in where it's supposed to be. So then we'll get a little bit of oil. Use a little bit of the old one. Let me grab my rag. Okay, so I'll put a little bit of grease or oil on this old metal washer. Not too much, just enough to keep it lubed up. If you put too much in there, it's going to leak through that seal, or it could. So that goes back down in there like that. And then we got a brand new felt ring. That we put in just like that. And it'll collapse down a little bit with the pressure from bolting it back on. Okay, so now we're ready to bolt it back on the tractor. Once again, we got 2 metal shims. Got notches right here to keep them lined up. Those go on there. And then here's your housing with your seal, your metal ring and your felt ring. That will slide up against those metal shims. Make sure that's in there like it's supposed to be. And then we got a housing that holds that on, and the bolts. There's 4 bolts that go through, and this side will be done. Alright, there we have it. Axle's bolted back on. Those are 3/4 inch bolts. There's a lock washer behind each one. The flange was a little messed up there, but it won't hurt anything. And as you can see, it's pulled tight. Alright, so now that we got this bolted back on, it's time to put the hub back on. And I've already slid it on, but basically it's got a keyway here, a square keyway, and it just slides. You can't really put it on wrong. It won't go on wrong. It's just heavy. You just slide that on, and then the weight slides in like that. And there's 4 bolts that hold it in, these big boys. And I'll go ahead and show you the bolts that go on it, and these are 1 1/4 inch. I got it on a breaker bar, 1 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch drive breaker bar, and I'm about to tighten them on here by hand. So okay, got it tightened down, 4 bolts, 1 1/4 inch, tighten them by hand with breaker bar. So now she's ready for the tire.